primary targets. It either was Wells or he had a choice of Biletnikoff or Wells and was looking that way. And the Jets stiffen here with 6 minutes to go. The Raiders need 6. They trail by 4. 27-23. Wells to the left. Biletnikoff to the right. Dixon in motion to the right. Sample goes out to cover him. LaMonica back to pass. He's looking for Biletnikoff. He's throwing deep. And Sample intercepts and then can't hold it. Beard came over to get a piece of it also. That's in the farthest corner from us, and it's getting dark here in New York, relatively speaking. The lights have been on all afternoon, but the grandstand shadowing everything. And now the Raiders in need of 4 points to tie. With 4th down, are going to keep going for yardage. It is 4th and 10, and herein may lie the story of the American Football Championship of 1968. This play. Ball on the 26-yard line of New York, a very wide slot to the right with Wells inside Biletnikoff. LaMonica back. He looks. He's hit. He's thrown. He's thrown from the 34-yard line. As Sterling Biggs, the right end, is mobbed by his teammates. They are all over him. He's the man who made the play. The Jets take over with a 4-point lead and 5 minutes and 50 seconds left. And now Namath and that offensive unit has to be hooked up. Sterling Biggs, the hero of the moment for New York. They put the ball in the 32 where they say LaMonica bit the dust. Second time the Raider quarterback has been thrown trying to pass. Namath now gives on the ground to Boozer. Boozer running room, breaks the secondary. Chip Oliver gets him at the 43. First down, a gain of 11. Boozer on a draw. Although now they say, oh, wait a minute, timeout is called for a measurement. When he landed, it looked like an 11-yard gain, but they say his momentum wasn't quite that far. But it was enough for the first down. Here's John Schmidt over the ball at center as New York is 5 minutes away from the Super Bowl, and they sense it unless the Raiders can somehow upend the trend here. Namath under center, gives to Snell. Snell hit by Lassiter, and then Howie Williams and Connors as he got a couple. Namath keeping that ball on the ground because every time he does, that clock ticks away. The Raiders have 2 timeouts left. 27-23 New York. As Namath took the Jets 68 yards in 3 plays on an 11-yard pass to Sauer, a 52-yard bomb to Maynard, and a 6-yarder to Maynard, and that was it. Clock running, 4:20 to go. Second down and 8. Ball in Jet territory, their own 44. Long count by Namath. Uses up all the time he can. A draw to Snell. Lassiter meets him at the line of scrimmage with Connors, and he gets to the 45. Gus Otto assisting the tackle. 4 minutes left to go in the ball game. 4 minutes of life for the Raiders.
Still in the half in Cleveland. Baltimore leading 17-0 now in the NFL Championship.
On the 45-yard line. New York territory. 3rd down 6. What will Namath go for here? 3:45 to go. And the clock for the Raiders moves far too fast now. Sauer to the left, Brown to cover. Out to the right now is Maynard, covered by Atkinson. Namath drops back to pass. Pumps. Now throws deep for Maynard. And it's overthrown. Howie Williams coming over from the safety position to double cover with Atkinson on Maynard. It's 4th down, and the Jets will have to give up the football. But they have a win factor in their favor, and Johnson has punted well today. On 8 occasions, he's been a punter. They've broken a record for number of total punts in a ball game in the championship battle. Now the Raiders drop Atkinson back along with Charlie Smith. George is at the 10. There's the snap. And the punt is away. It's a high spiral. It's a good one. Fair catch call. And Atkinson takes it on his knees at the 15-yard line. And the Raiders have 85 yards and 3 minutes and 20 seconds as an obstacle in front of them if they're to get to the second consecutive championship. Only the Buffalo teams of 64 and 65 have repeated back-to-back titles. Remember Central Valley National Bank, the bank that never says no. The Jets try to say no now.
Well, this, of course, you have to do if you're going to remain as champions. You have to be able to, with a clock like this, take it in. With 3 minutes to go, it's up to Darryl LaMonica and the Raiders.
Wells to the left, Biletnikoff to the right. LaMonica back, steps up, throws to Biletnikoff. He breaks past the man as he catches the 30. He's up to the 40-yard line. A little comeback pattern on the right sideline. He was hauled down by Atkinson, the middle linebacker, who's very mobile. Came over to help out Sample. 7 catches for Biletnikoff today. LaMonica unofficially now in the second half is 9 for 19. Namath is 9 for 19, which gives him 19 for 49. I'll give you Darrell's in a minute. Slot to the left. LaMonica back. Big rush on. Gets it off the last second. Very deep. Wells comes back. Takes it on the 30. He's down at the 20-yard line. And it's a penalty flag. Hudson, overzealous after Baird made the tackle. Came flying in and landed on Wells. It'll be a personal foul and a 15-yard penalty against the Jets, reminiscent of a couple of penalties in that big ball game in November in Oakland. LaMonica is now 9 for 15 in the second half, which gives him 18 for 43 for the day. 19 for 49 for Namath. The penalty puts the ball on the Jets' 13. Their defense has been tremendous today inside the 10 and the 15-yard line. All right, Wells to the right. Biletnikoff outside Wells, who is in the slot. Back split. LaMonica drops back. He looks, throws a swing incomplete. Might be a lateral. It's a loose ball. It's picked up by New York. It is a lateral. It's Baker. Baker to the 40, 50, 40, 30, 20. 15, and now they're calling it back. He's gone all the way. They're calling it back. Now what is the ruling? A swing pass to the right to Charlie Smith was backward. It was a lateral. It was picked up by Baker at the 30-yard line, and you cannot run a lateral. You can only recover it, but it's New York's ball, and the Raiders defensive unit comes on as the 2-minute warning goes out to each bench, and the depths of despair for the silver and black, and the heights of elation for the green and the white of the New York Jets. An incredible twist of fate. Had nobody immediately open, laid it off to Charlie Smith out in the right flat, but he was overthrown and it turned out to be a lateral. And Charlie, I don't know if he was aware immediately or not, if he had been aware, whether he could have gotten to the football first. He didn't chase it, Baker did. And the Raiders, who moments before could see visions of a winning touchdown, now have to try to stop Joe Namath from running that clock out, and there are only 2 minutes to go. Raiders have only won once before here in New York since the Jets became the Jets. That was in a final 2-second victory 2 years ago. They tied once in 1965. Sauer left, Maynard right. Handoff now goes to Boozer. Boozer powers off the left side of the 34-yard line. Running the clock out, and the Raiders now must use one of those times out, I believe. They've stopped it at 1:53 with a timeout call. Ball on the 35 of the New York Jets. Van Amberg's post-game scoreboard show will give you a complete rundown of the progress of this ball game, and like almost all Raider-Jets games, the running play-by-play of scoring almost defies the imagination, and you have to kind of try to organize it. And he'll also have the replays of some of the big plays in the ball game. We'll be in the Raider locker room right after his show. Sauer to the left, Maynard to the right. Namath handing the ball off to Bill Mathis and holding on to it for dear life. The Raiders crash into him. He stops standing up, and the Raiders call timeout again. It'll be third down. He didn't make much. Be 3rd and 4. They've got the clock stopped in 1 minute and 45. Is there any chance in the world that another football miracle could manifest itself here? Well, who knows? All Raider players interviewed received 10 books of blue chip stamps. And of course, I hope you know it still only takes 1,200 blue chip stamps to fill a book. That's right. When you redeem them, you'll find over 1,800 top quality items to choose from in the new blue chip stamp catalog. The way things are going in Cleveland, it appears highly likely that the winner of this ball game 2 weeks from today in Miami will take on the Baltimore Colts. All set now. Ball on the 36-yard line of New York, 3rd and about 3.5. Sauer left, Maynard right. The crowd restless. Everybody in this place on their feet. Boozer is in the backfield with Snell. Handoff goes to Boozer on a slant. He fumbles the football and then falls on it at the 34-yard line. Is there emotional room for another turn of fate? The Raiders have no times out left as New York now must punt from its own 34. 1 minute and 25 left. The clock is running and the Jets won't do anything to stop that. They'll even take a delay of the game penalty. The Raiders' receiving team is in. So what's left but for somebody to run it back 70? I don't know. Curly Johnson will punt. Wind at his back. Factors favorable. 1:05 left. Clock running. 1:02 left. There's the delay of the game penalty. The official stopped the clock at 1:01 to march off 5 yards. The line of scrimmage now will become the 29. This place to a man, a woman, a child, intent upon what's going on out there. Most of the 63,000 plan on storming the field in celebration, I'm sure. Everybody on his feet. Now the snap to Johnson. It's a bouncer, and he scoops it up. And he gets out a booming punt over the head of Atkinson. 20-yard line. He picks it up on the 15. Runs wide to the left away from Bake Turner. He dances away again. He's knocked down on the 22-yard line. No way he could get away. Mike Giamotto kept it from getting to the sideline. So the Raiders 1st and 10. 47 seconds left now on their own 22. What a punt. 51 yards by Johnson. The adrenaline waiting flowed. LaMonica on the snap. Back to pass. Kids throws complete to Cannon, and he steps out of bounds on the 38-yard line, maybe 37. Again, the sideline's obscured from us. LaMonica going to the 38-yard line with 38 seconds to go. New York 27, Raiders 23. I think in the last minute and a half of playing time, I may not have given you that score often enough in case you just joined us. My apologies if I didn't. Sliding right. The defense really loose for the pass. Back LaMonica. Throws to the left. Dixon can't hold it. As Dixon and Grantham, the linebacker coming up, looked like they're ready to swing. Dixon took a swipe at him. Hewitt seemed to limp a little bit, and Hagberg comes in. Dixon has twisted his left ankle or knee. This is KNEW, Metro Media Radio, Oakland, San Francisco. 34 seconds left to go. Jets 27, Raiders 23. Sliding out to the right is Warren Wells. Inside Bolitnikov. Cannon, the tight end, is on the left side. The secondary dropping way off. LaMonica throwing for Wells. Can't get it. Incomplete at the 50. Running an out pattern. No way they're going to get behind that defense right now because the Jets are playing halfway back to Concord, California in its secondary.
They've got to play loose. They just can't let Bolitnikov or Wells get behind them, or Charlie Smith, because they know if they do, LaMonica has the ability to lay that ball in there, and that could be the ball game. So they're going to give it short.
It's third down and 10. The Raiders with Hagberg in there, who came in to play a goal for Dixon. He's with Charlie Smith. Jets 27, Raiders 23. This place about to explode if the Raiders fail to take it in, and they're a long way from it. LaMonica backing, pursued out to the right. Rochester Appling, he's running for the sidelines and goes out. Oh, Rochester, the left tackle, ran him out of bounds. Full at the right side at the 39. Fourth down. 9 to go and 22 seconds left. And so this may be the last down of the Raiders' 1968 effort to repeat as AFL champions. A route that has been rugged and filled with tough games, in which they almost traversed successfully until a few moments ago. And another twist and retwist in the face may have taken it away from them. The fans roar. LaMonica has Wells left, Bolitnikov right. He's back, the big right block. Throws going away to Dixon. Dixon wide to the left. He gets away from men, picking up blockers, but there are a lot of men in front of him. He is struck hard at the sidelines on the left side, 45-yard line, out of bounds, short of the first down. He could not get the room for the first down. Hudson hit him. New York takes over with 10 seconds to go. They're already going wild. Taking place on the field and around the Jet bench. By the time the offensive unit came onto the field and jubilantly embraced everybody, the clock was ticking off the final 10 seconds as Dixon could not get the first down yardage to the sideline. And the final score, as the gun is sounded, but nobody has heard it, the New York Jets 27, the Oakland Raiders 23. If you have a Union Oil credit card, now with Union Oil's new 76 revolving credit, you can take more time to pay. You can buy big-ticket items like tires and batteries and use 76 revolving credit to pay for them. In fact, anything you get at your Union Oil station, like gasoline, oil, and tune-ups, can be put on the 76 revolving credit plan. When you get your monthly statement, you may pay just $10 or 10%, whichever amount is greater. Monthly service charge, very modest. Of course, if you choose, you may pay the total balance at any time. If you're thinking of a trip, you could use revolving credit to put America's most modern premium tire between you and the road. This is Union's new Minuteman 4 tire with polyester core. 4 full plies of polyester give you greater safety, more impact strength to resist road hazard tire damage. If a nail should enter the tire, a new improved red sealant makes the puncture airtight. See the modern new Minuteman 4 tire and use 76 revolving credit, the modern way to pay. A wild milling around the Jets as they finally have left the field on the far side. The Jets, mini jet streaking around up and down the gridiron, piloted by a 14-year-old driver, as 63,000 plus here in New York today have seen another ring them out and leave them limp. Jets Raiders battle with New York winning it on a 3-play, 68-yard touchdown drive, and then turning back the Raiders when it looked like the Raiders might pull it out themselves. The Jets 27, the Raiders 23. Today's game was brought to you by the Union Oil Company of California, producers of Royal 76 premium gasoline, not a penny more and powerful enough to make a difference. And by the money-wise, unstuffy guys at Central Valley National Bank. 30 offices in Northern and Central California.
Stay tuned for the locker room report, which will follow as soon as Bill King can make his way through the crowd and reach our microphone position in the Raiders locker room. We'll have other highlights for you in the meantime, and thanks to those who helped make our broadcast possible. Our engineers, Pete Johnson of WNEW New York, Jim Tharp, Art Recadal, and Jim Fitzgerald. That's KNEW Oakland. Our producer, Ron Fell, and, of course, Bill King. Rights for this game were granted by the American Football League expressly for the entertainment of our listeners. Any rebroadcast or other use of the accounts of this game without written permission of the American Football League is prohibited. A final glance at the scoreboard shows New York 27, Oakland 23. This has been Oakland Raider football.